Barry is in, but Hull City are going to be playing at home. Hello there and welcome back to the HullCityFanCentral YouTube channel, where today I'll be giving you my preview, prediction and everything you need to know ahead of Hull City versus Stoke City live at the MKM Stadium. So Hull City will be taking on Stoke tomorrow, 3 PM kickoff. Live at home, and it's going to be a tough one. We know our home form. We know that we don't score at home. We don't do anything at home. We're very crap at home. We are in fact the worst home side in the league and the fourth or third worst in the entirety of the EFL. So that's fun. Shall we change that tomorrow? Of course, we've got the addition of Louie Barry freshly. We come off the back of a huge 3-0 win away at Bramall Lane last Friday. So we've had a full 8 days worth of prep for this game, rest, recuperation, and also the addition of Louie Barry. So hopefully this means positive signs for Hull City at the MKM Stadium. So let's hit first off with our injury update. If you wanted even more good news, well, here it is. Not only are we additioned with Louie Barry, as I've said, Louie Coyle is back after having that little bit of a leg gash open on the away win at Millwall. We are also boosted with Abdushamir, who's returning back to training this week. It's unsure whether that he will be in contention for this game after he's had a bit of a knee injury. Matt Crooks appears to be fine after complaining a bit of tight hamstringness in the early of the second half and the win at Bramall Lane, so that's why he got pulled off. But everything else seems good. No other injury updates. We are still without Palmer and Hughes, though the pair are close to returning and could be back available for selection in about 3 weeks. Of course, we do know Charlie Hughes is back in training, and I presume Palmer is very near to, or if not back in training as well. So positive stuff around the transfer, the injury dilemmas at Hull City. Of course, we do know Stoke City have got a bit of injury dilemmas themselves, which we will cover in a second when we go into what is happening with Stoke City and what may be happening with Hull City. So let's go into my Hull City predicted starting 11. It's powered by our friends over at Fanhub. Go and check them out. So this is the side that I think Ruben Sayers will start off with in the home clash against Stoke City. In between the sticks, of course, it's Ivor Panda, a unchanged back line from the side that picked up a 3-0 win at Bramall Lane last Friday, that being Cody Drummer, Alfie Jones, Finley Burns and Big Sean McLaughlin at left back. Ahead of them, it is the midfield trio that everyone loves to see. Of course, with Crooks having a little bit of an injury issue this week, but he's in available contentions for this game. I think that Ruben Sayers will go with Alzate, Slater, and Gustavo Puerta. And then up top, it's Abu Kamara. No Louie Barry starting this game. I think Joe Geltart will be out on the left. And up top, it's the man that gives 110%, Kyle Joseph. So that is what I think Hull City will start off with in this game. Anthony Rashioppi. Well, some breaking news today. I mean, we saw this coming. I did a bit of a news video the other day where I wrapped around this, where he is now at FC Köln, only on a loan deal for the remainder of this season, with an option to buy for the German side. So Anthony Rashioppi is out of Hull City's doors for the time being. Of course, could return. Of course, could not. We will wait and see on that one. Of course, I'll keep you there on everything around that. So some other brilliant news around Hull City. Well, if you like Hull City merch, I mean, I've got one of their Kappa-inspired tops on today. Well, if you like Hull City merch, well, you're in the market for it, because Hull City do currently have a nice big sale going on at Tiger Leisure, up to 50% off all home, away and third shirts are now on sale, and I believe a selection of the winter apparel and leisure stuff. It's the winter clearance at Tiger Leisure, both in store and online. So fantastic stuff that being. So it's a very fun week it's been so far for Hull City fans. Of course, deadline day is not here yet, and so Hull City can still do stuff, and it looks like we are heading towards what is going to be a dramatic deadline day, as it always is for Hull City. he He's Ruben Sayers has come out saying that there could be possibly one or two more surprises before the deadline closes on Monday. Of course, I'll be live here on the channel with deadline day on Monday evening. A little bit of negative news that Charlie Taylor will not be coming to Hull City. A bid was accepted by Southampton, but Hull City have walked away as Taylor was taking too long to consider his options. So I'm not 100%. I wasn't 100% happy about the deal for Charlie Taylor. I think that would have maybe done a bit more harm than good in the current City setup. And so I'm okay with this one. A little bit of news on player numbers. Of course, the two new arrivals that haven't had their numbers announced yet, Lincoln Enrique and Louie Barry, well, their squad numbers are number 16 and number 22, respectively. Dukan Sinek is back in training. I maybe should have covered this in the injury update, but it's Dukan Sinek. He'll probably be injured again in a few weeks' time. A little bit positive news about a youth academy signing, and that being Cathal McCarthy. We talked about him maybe a couple of months ago here on the channel, but he has signed for a six-figure fee with Hull City. A little bit of positive news as well. The under-18 was represented by former Tiger Stephen Hunt, and he joins the Tigers, of course, doing absolute wonders. The Irish centre-back, and a lot of sides that Hull City have beaten off to grab the signing of him. So, last meetings between both sides. Well, Stoke City, it seems to be a bit of an off and on case with us and them. We seem to grab the 3 points at their ground. They seem to grab the 3 points at our ground. Hopefully, we can role reverse that and maybe grab the 3 points at our ground tomorrow. Of course, we did pick up that big 3-1 win in the reign of Tim Volter at their ground earlier on in the season, where we grabbed, I believe, all 3 goals in the second half, or certainly 2 of the 3 goals for City in the second half, which was a fantastic display, but it seemed to all end there for Tim Volter, doesn't it? Of course, last time out at the MKM Stadium, though, it was a 2-0 loss for the Tigers, and of course, a 3-1 win away at Stoke the season beforehand. We just seem to love to win 3-1 at the Bet365 Stadium. Of course, Regan Slater does love to score against Stoke City, especially away at their stadium. A little bit of news about Stoke City. I was talking about earlier on in the video that Hull City, they're not very good at home. Well, Stoke City, they're not very good away. They've only grabbed 4 wins away all season, registering 4 draws and 8 losses away from home. Only scoring 8 goals away from home, 19 goals conceded, and grabbing 10 points away from home. So hopefully this is the time for the ties to change for Ruben Sayers and this Hull City side. So form-wise, well, the form tells a nice story for Hull City. 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw for excluding the, of course, the FA Cup loss to Doncaster Rovers, which of course is down there as a draw as it went to penalties. And then for Stoke City, 3 draws, 1 losses, and 1 win. I believe that win to Sunderland was in the FA Cup, if my memory serves me correct. Yeah, not looking good for Stoke City at the moment. Tables tells the same story, though without a win under their new manager Mark Robbins, as they have now dropped beneath the Tigers. Of course, it's only on goal difference by 2 goals, but that's saying something considering our first half of the season was pretty much nil and void. So it's quite a fantastic story to tell that Hull City are fighting away from this relegation battle, and Stoke seems to be plummeting themselves towards it. So tomorrow's game seems like it's going to be a big one for either side, or more certainly for both sides. So shared shirts. I've gone for Sam Clucas. Of course, I had a little look at Sam Clucas and what he's doing now. He's now down in League 1 playing for Oldham, I believe. Or no, Lincoln City. Yeah, it's gone a bit off the rails since he left Stoke, of course, without a contract renewal, and then went to Rotherham without a contract renewal. So he's now floating around League 1. Of course, former Tiger for quite a long stay, and also a former Stoke City player for a long stay. Of course, was a part of the promotion winning side, and of course played for us in the Premier League as well, Sam Clucas. So there's your shared shirts. Player to watch out for tomorrow. So certainly player to watch out for, pretty much the only player to watch out for in this Stoke City side, and that being Victor Johannesson. Of course, Johannesson, the player of the season at goalkeeper last season, was part of the team of the season goalkeeper last season. Of course, then for Rotherham, Stoke City picked him up before the transfer window opened this summer, and he's been doing wonders for them ever since. He's been by far the most consistent and best player for Stoke City, even considering that they don't have Tom Cannon anymore. Half their team's injured. He is still the best player this season so far, and certainly a player to watch out for. Going to be a tough one to get shots past him, but I think this forward-thinking, attack-minded City squad can do so. So, score prediction. I think it's going to be a 2-0 win for the Tigers tomorrow. I think we're going to eliminate all of them home losses, home draws, and actually grab a win at home, with the goals coming through Joe Gelhardt grabbing his second goal for the Tigers, and a Louie Barry getting off the bench and grabbing his first goal for the Tigers as the Hull City Tigers, the Ruben Sayers army, the Turkish Tigers, look to grab their first win at home in quite a little bit of time, and also their third win at home this season. So, a fantastic game I think it's going to be. I'll leave you with that photo of Adrian Jolly as I ask you to let me know in the comments what your score predictions ahead of this game. Who do you think will win? What do you think the score will be? And who do you think will score, hopefully, for the Tigers? Of course, I will see you tomorrow with a matchday vlog live here on the channel, so make sure you stay tuned for that one by liking and subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Up the Tigers!